sorry it's taken this long. I have to apologize to get my hands on another Grand Seiko. This is the Grand Seiko that I got from Toran. Thanks for the loaner, I appreciate it. But not the Grand Seiko. Amy did help me purchase one though for our 15 years together. No, that's not the one. But guess what? It arrived yesterday, June 30th. Happy Canada Day. So I'll be working on this one as well. It's already on the wrist. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. That's for the next video. I don't want to take away from this quartz beauty here. This thing is dynamite. But how well do you know Ross? Which design do you think this is? Which Grand Seiko has joined the collection? Take a guess, comment below. Thanks to Toran for the loaner. Like I said, we're going to get a bird's eye view of the SBGN003. GMT. You've heard so much about the craftsmanship and the efforts and, every part and the designs with the unparalleled movement and the operation, whether quartz, high beat, or spring drive. Just next level finishing when it comes to Grand Seiko's designs. I'm not going to bore you, but I'm just going to tell you, it's all on point. And that Zaratsu polishing that makes Grand Seiko second to none in their look, it's quite distinctive. I mean, I'll admit, I had no idea how nice it looks till you see it firsthand when I saw it on Jason's show. I lucked out. This is my second one now, and this one's a Quartz GMT tool watch. Yeah, I'm so lucky. Another sport model, but still some great lines and polishing available. I'll hopefully let the images do the talking here. Is it just me, or is Grand Seiko one of the hardest watches to shoot with all the polished lines and stuff? It's just crazy. Reflections from light coming from everywhere. I'm no pro, I'm not even an amateur, but I try. The real funny thing is that if you put me in front of a polished King Seiko or Alpinist or whatever with polishing, I doubt I could tell the difference between the Zaratsu and that. But I'll tell you one thing, it's uber reflective and really nice to look at. Now it's what I like. It's one of my favorite complications in the watch. Never hurts to know a second time zone when you've traveled around the world and you're bouncing from, city to city, from state to state, from country to country, time zone to time zone. For work or pleasure, the ability to adjust the watch to whatever your needs are going to be, whether a business trip or in Calgary or a visit for vacation to Iceland, you know what? Having a GMT is just awesome. The SBGN003 is a quartz operation, but the GMT nonetheless, with a true GMT operation, in which case you can adjust the quick jump hour to move back and forth between your desired time zones, whether you need it for the time zone you're going to or whether you need it for the time zone you're returning back to. I'll give you a bird's eye view, hopefully show off the craftsmanship so you get a good feel for how it's going to look on your wrist. My wrists are 7¼ inches. This one here is in steel. Now this one's in steel, which is a great finish, I think, for the full package. Likely a strap monster as well. Will look just as attractive, I'm sure, on a nice, beautiful leather strap or hybrid design. The specs are great for a watch that's so versatile. I'll post them there for you so you can see them as well. But we're looking at 39.5 millimeters for the case with some great line work as well. Brush sides, polished top lines, brushed bezel with the 24-hour fixed bezel design. Crown guards protecting the 6mm screw down crown, which is awesome, offering 100 meters of water resistance. The lug width is 19mm. We can get by with that, no problem. 45.5mm fixed center links take it to about a 49mm lug to lug. 12.2mm thickness, and we're looking at about 145.05 grams full package weight with the bracelet. Drilled lugs to assist the bracelet changes that you need. I like the full package steel myself, but always good to have options, and I don't think it takes away from the design. But having that 100-meter water resistance, that's great with a screw down crown. I like that. Now the dial looks gorgeous. It's pretty simple, glossy black dial, which I'm not gonna lie, I have so many black dial watches, I'm kind of partial to them. I like them. Seems like Toran and I have similar tastes. You may know Toran from Instagram and YouTube as the Everyday Watch Guy. Check him out. A perfect color backdrop here for all the accent colors on top. Make for great contrast, easy legible reading of the dial in all aspects, but makes for a tough video shoot, I'm not gonna lie, with all the angles and reflecting going on, like I mentioned before. But Grand Seiko doesn't work with a lot of numbers on their dials. They keep it simple, but the attention to detail with the indices and the lines and the cuts and those markers, allowing them to catch whatever little amount of light there is and reflect it back to your eyes. Stick applied indices with lume points under the outer edge. 3 o'clock framed date window, white on black. display color matched as well. You're gonna like that. It's at the 3 o'clock position, and it's actually in the position of that indice, so it doesn't really take away from the dial too much. We have Grand Seiko and the logo at the 12. We have GMT in orange at the 6. 4-hand operation here, and Seiko does it like no one else. The quality of the hands with the Dauphine sword design and the cuts in them, they look like, you know, razor sharp precision edges, and they reflect really nice. It's pretty awesome. A large seconds hand that's on the mark. That's the ultra accurate movement in this watch. And the biggest contrast, the orange large lume filled GMT hand matching that of the text line as well. Everything that's needed and not a lot of extras, you know what I'm saying? Keeps it simple. Everything works together to give you the ultimate dial display that you want. The orange GMT hand extends to the outer perimeter of the dial so as to work well with that fixed 24-hour bezel for time operation. And in case you didn't notice, the inner chapter ring is two-toned for day-night indication, silver gray below the 3 and 9 indices, and black for the night above. It's an overall attractive design, and I can't help but be reminded of the Rolex Explorer 2 design when it comes to that exterior bezel and GMT colorway here. Now, one thing I love about the watch company is that they have options, especially when it comes to the GMT design. A popular tool watch design, and this company has put out some great beauties for this complication, including the show that I reviewed of Jason's. Love that watch. But I also love the creation of the spring drive system as well. Getting the best of both worlds with that mechanical electronic operation. Love it. No battery required. Still trying to guess the model I ordered and waiting on? I know it's tough, but stick around to the channel. It's coming, it's coming. Now the movement here is quartz, but not any quartz. It's Grand Seiko quartz. Likely the best quartz operation on the planet. After hearing brand curator from North America, Joe Kirk, speak about it when I was down in Cleveland at the Teddy Baldassar Grand Seiko event, it's an impressive system that's sharp and on point, causing the seconds hand to hit that mark every time. It's accurate within 10 seconds a year. That's incredible. It's the 9F86 quartz movement, and you should get power for about 3 years plus with a battery before you're changing it out. And if there were a negative, that might be the only hiccup, is that, yeah, you're going to have to do your maintenance and get it looked after after a few years. And I mean, am I going to try to open the case back and do it myself, even though it's a screw down case back? Not likely. I would probably take it into one of the authorized dealers nearby and get them to look after it for you, unless you're fully competent in looking after that on your own. Working with the movement, we have a GMT complication and date complication as well. The operation of this screw down crown, we have hacking capabilities. When the crown is pulled out to the second position in case of time sinks, the first position you have jump hour GMT hand operation, which turns clockwise for the hour to go back and counterclockwise for the forward advance of the hour. In position 2, we have counterclockwise movement to move the time forward and clockwise to move it backwards. Hours and minutes will make revolutions twice in 24 hours, while the GMT hand makes 1 revolution in 24 hours. Now, the movement is a powerhouse, and it's meant to be serviced and held onto for a lifetime. Grand Seiko prides itself on making a quality product with function and visibility and great craftsmanship in mind. After hearing about the brand and seeing the build in person and being explained, you know, by Joe Kirk and Teddy, it was awesome. This quartz movement is hard to match. Now the bracelet, I have no problems with the bracelet. Some people seem to have some issues with it. As far as like little tiny things, is like I see when you make the closure, you know, there's a little bit of a lip here. It's not really seamless across, but you know what? These are little tiny things that you can get over, I'm sure. But I haven't had to adjust one yet, and I'm probably not going to attempt it. If you want that challenge, have at her, but I hear it's pretty tough with the mini screw system on both sides with the pin inside on the, I don't know, at this stage in the game, I'd rather just get the authorized dealer to do it. Cost you about 20 bucks or so. You know what? And you have peace of mind that it's getting done properly and no issues. A 3-link brushed system, slight taper from 19 millimeters down to 18 millimeters at the push button fold over closure, signed with GS for Grand Seiko. It all works and it matches the case design. So I think it's one of those things where unless you really are not a big fan of steel, it's likely going to work for you. Now this is the older design, but still trending between, you know, 2,500 bucks and $4,000 Canadian, depending on the condition, new or pre-owned. Just be cautious if you're buying online from reputable sellers. It's an everyday watch for anyone. With those specs, They're right in the sweet spot for a lot of wrists. For all that you're getting here with the design and the function, you really can't go wrong. It's that go anywhere, do anything watch, period. Grand Seiko GMT Quartz, the SBGN003. It's one of those everyday watches. I mean, really, what else do you need? From the beach to the boardroom with great peace of mind. It's gonna hold up to whatever you throw at it. Thanks, Toran, for the loaner. Shame I gotta give it back, but it is what it is. I like it a lot. Like, subscribe, smash the bell. I'll be back with this one. I appreciate all the support. Keep coming back to the channel. More stuff's coming. I'm Ross. See you on the next one.